and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I thought it'd be fun to do a bunch of different Christmas gifts for book lovers. So I did compile a list of about 25 things, give or take. There might have been a couple more, I don't know, somewhere around 25. And they're all just, they have something to do with books. Now, I am a huge book lover, and these are all things that I could see myself receiving or giving to other bookish friends. To me, these gifts are something that just makes your life as a book lover better. I tried to make this as simple as possible. I'm going to go through each of the items that I compiled in my list, and then I'm also doing it from least expensive to most expensive. And I will try to link anything that I have personally bought or things I've found that I think would be really great gifts. I'll try to link those down below. I'm going to try to put down like the price range. Obviously, depending on what you get, the price could vary depending on where you're buying it from or how much you're willing to spend. There are cheaper versions of a lot of these things that I'm going to talk about, or there's more expensive stuff. So I'm trying to meet somewhere in the happy middle. So hopefully anyone can see that these are very reasonable gifts to give someone. Maybe you'll find some fun ideas for anybody who loves bookish themed things. First up on my list, I have book stickers. Now, book stickers, they can be anything. If you know that person's favorite character, favorite book, favorite quotes of anything, you can easily go on Etsy and find any of stickers from that book or character, and they come in really cute different styles or designs. I personally have also gotten a lot, like this says read more. This one says a well-read woman is a dangerous creature. This one I got for free when I went and bought Iron Flame, so it says Dragon Rider, and I have a cute little vinyl sticker of a typewriter. Stickers can be used for anything, and they're so cheap. I would search either Etsy if you're trying to find something specific to a certain book or character. You could also go to like just a plain bookstore. A lot of bookstores up close to the checkout have book stickers that you can buy, and they're all so cute, and you're helping a local business. So I support that 100%. Or even Amazon. Any online business, you could easily find and search specific types of stickers, and you will find literally anything. Also, I think this would be a really good stocking stuffer because they're so small. Another low price item would be book pins. I love pins. I like going different places and collecting pins from wherever I go, but I've just recently started buying different bookish pins and putting them on my tote bags that I carry every day, and I think they're so fun. You can get so many cute ones from Etsy. I have a few in my shopping cart at the moment. To me, they're kind of similar to stickers where I can stick them on anything, and there's like a cute little touch to take with me wherever I go. Next I have is a bookmark. Now you can get some really nice ones on Etsy or even Amazon. I've seen some like really decorative ones that you can find, or if you want like specific artwork done on a bookmark, then you could do that if you want to pay a little bit more for a bookmark. Or if you just go to any bookstore, I have a huge collection of bookmarks from literally every bookstore I've ever gone to, because usually when I buy a book, they throw in a free bookmark in there. So I have so many, and if I ever loan a book to a friend, I just slide one of these bookmarks in there because they're so cute, so fun, and it really tells a story of all the different bookstores that you've ever gone to. This could be free, or it could be a little bit more expensive if you're buying it from a certain artist or from a small business. Next, I have book magnets. So kind of along the same lines, we're still in that very low price range. That could be something that's like a stocking stuffer. Any book magnets, they're super cute. I have this one says awesome people read books that I keep on my fridge, or you can even put these on your little TBR carts. I've seen people do that to decorate their TBR carts, and I kind of want to do that myself. I've seen a lot of really cute magnets on Etsy as well, and I'm really tempted to go on a little shopping spree after this video to buy some of these magnets that I have found online. Next, we have book lights. The normal book light that most people would probably see are the ones that look something like this, where it clips onto the page, and then you have your light up here, and they're bendy and they can adjust to whatever direction or angle you need them to be shining the light in. If your person loves to read, then I guarantee they are reading sometimes at night. And if they are anything like me, I love reading in my bed before I go to sleep at night, and sometimes it's just too bright. I don't like having a lamp on. I don't like having the overhead light on. So having a little book light next to my bed is the perfect little thing to have near me. Another type of book light that I have seen that I actually bought from Amazon myself is one that looks like this. It looks like a book page, and what's really cool about it, it's battery operated, but when you turn on the light, it's like this. It is the perfect book light. I've used this on a plane before. I've used this just in the car, on car rides whenever it's dark out. It is the perfect book light. It is a little bit more expensive than probably your standard stereotypical book light, but these are so incredibly nice. I will try to link it down below, but I think I got mine from Amazon, and I use this anytime I travel or go anywhere, I bring this along with me because it's so nice. It can slip into your book and even act as a bookmark if you want it to. Next up, we have a book embosser. So my mom's best friend, she actually gave me this for Christmas last year, and I absolutely love it. So I have a personal collection of books. I have a large bookshelf filled with books, and they're books that I want to keep. I'm a book collector, so I don't like to get rid of them unless I just absolutely hated the book, then I'll get rid of it. And these are so nice because they come with little personalized discs. So most of these you could probably get off of Etsy, and you can just like stamp it onto one of the pages on the inside of your book, and it will leave this cute little personalized stamp. Mine, I think, it says like from the personal library of EF, so for Elizabeth Fleming. So you can get it personalized with whoever's initials, and they come in so many cute different prints and stamps. These are the best gift for a book lover because it's so unique, it's so personal, and it's so fun to be able to, anytime I finish a book, I will emboss it and then add it to my shelf. It's like my own little fun ritual whenever I get a new book. Next, we have coffee mugs. So I feel like, I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like most book readers love drinking coffee or some sort of drink while they're reading. I love to have a drink nearby whenever I'm reading, so that way I don't have to get up and move. I can just stay in my little spot for hours on end reading and be comfortable with my drink right next to me. I've personally seen a lot of really cute coffee mugs, especially at bookstores. I've also seen some really cool beer can shaped glasses that can come in different like fonts, come in with different quotes on Etsy. So I'll try to link those as well. But I am considering getting some of those because those beer can shaped glasses are so stinking cute. I actually started collecting these like a year ago. Anytime I go on vacation anywhere, I try to get a glass from that location so that I can just keep track of where I've been. And I absolutely love it. I am a glass collector as well as a book collector. I probably should have picked a cheaper thing. Next, we have annotation supplies. So I am personally not an annotator. I had to annotate in high school, different passages from different readings, and in college. I do not annotate my books. I think one day maybe I would, especially if it was a book that I come back and I reread a lot. If it was like one of my favorite books from a certain author, I might annotate it just because I love to see my personal like little reactions to stuff. I can go back and say, oh, this is foreshadowing for what happens later, and just put cute little messages to myself and just have something to keep. I've seen a lot of people annotate their books, and to me, it just takes too long, but I know a lot of people do enjoy annotating, so you can get them a cute little basket or a little gift of annotation supplies. So pens, highlighters, the little tabs, you name it, you can put it in a cute little like gift bag, and that would be just such a fun gift for someone. Next, I have book posters. So Etsy, once again, most of the stuff I'm going to talk about today is from Etsy, just heads up. Etsy has the cutest book posters. You can type in a specific book and you can find so many different designs of book posters. I know the Literary Loft has a lot of really cute ones that I personally want to one day buy and put them in like a frame and put them on my bookshelf. Once I have a bigger bookshelf and I can fit that kind of stuff, then I will do that. But for now, I'm just saving it for the future whenever I do have the space to add a little cute book poster. I've also seen some other cute ones. There's a company called Booklandico or something like that, and theirs are like Polaroids, and they're so cute, very aesthetically pleasing. So if you wanted something that was more minimal in color, like very neutral patterns, but looks almost like a movie poster, I would go to that company because they have a lot of really cute Polaroid style book posters. And if you wanted something that's more artsy, then I would stick with Literary Loft because she has the best designs. Next up, we have bookends. Now you can find a lot of really cute bookends. I have a very simple one that I think I got from Amazon or maybe Target or something a long time ago. I've actually also gotten these cute little cement ones from I think Magnolia, but I love that it has a little opening so I can put pens or I can put markers or whatever in here, or I've also put bookmarks in here, and then I have that stacked on the opposite sides of my books. This is really fun, especially if you know the person has a large bookshelf and you want them to be able to put their books up without them tipping over or falling. You could even fill it with something if you wanted, fill it with annotation supplies, I don't know. By itself, tie a little ribbon around it. Becomes your gift. You don't have to wrap it. Just tie a little ribbon and you're golden. Next up, we have book holders. Now I've seen these on Pinterest, and I feel like a lot of different like Instagram ads, they really target me, guys. It's basically like a little triangle, a little V shape, and you can put your book on top. You don't have to worry about having a bookmark. So this would be great for a reader if they had space on their nightstand to set there. There's also a space for their glasses. If they need glasses to be able to read, they can slide that in there and just set their book on top. I think it's such a cute gift, especially if your book lover is a home decor fan as well. I think they're so cute cute, and it adds like just a really cute homey touch to your house. You could even lay a book on top, like buy them a new book, lay it on top, and just give that to them. Like that would be such a fun gift. I would love to receive that. Next, we have book sleeves. Now, I just recently started buying these like this past summer, I think, but they come in different sizes and different designs. This one I got off of Amazon, and it came in a bunch of different colors. It is embroidered, so they have some really fun patterns. It has a little pocket in the front so you can slide whatever you need in there. And then the zipper, it is cushioned, so that way whenever you're traveling, you can slide your book in there and keep it protected. So that way when it's in your backpack or suitcase, wherever you're storing your books, it won't get wrinkled. That's one of my biggest pet peeves, is whenever I put my book in my purse or put it in my bag, and when I pull it out a few hours later, it's like the cover is bent or the pages are bent or something's wrong with the book. I try to take very good care of my books, and so anytime one of my books gets damaged, so these totally solve that issue. I think they're so cute. I've bought this in a few different colors. You can buy them on Etsy or Amazon. I've seen them everywhere. There's some fun ones that are also like crocheted or sewn like that. I think this would be fun. I might try to make one of these, honestly. I love crocheting, so I might try to crochet one of these. Next up, we have book candles. So I have a candle on my shelf right now, and it's supposed to smell like library, so it smells like old books, and I just love it. There's also other book candles that I've seen on Etsy where it can smell like a specific scene from a book. So you can do something that's more geared towards like a specific book world, or you can do something that's more just book lover friendly, like coffee shop or library or something along those lines. And they are just such a fun gift, especially if your book friend has a library of sorts or has like a little room where they keep their bookshelf. I think book candles are just so fun to sprinkle in with all your different books. Next up, we have reading journals. I just started a reading journal this past year because last Black Friday, I got one of those free My Book Journal things with my purchase. So I got a free book journal last year. I've been recording all the books that I've read this year so far, where I can record the book title, the book author, the genre it's in. I put a little description. I can put what I rated, and so I can remember looking back, what did I read this year, and a little bit about each book. And I think they're just so fun. I kind of want to get a nicer one for next year and actually dedicate myself to creating these really cute page layouts where I can talk about each of my books and just make it kind of like an art project. I think they're so fun, and it's really cool to have a book journal because it's hard to remember all the books that I've read this year. And looking at this, I can remember every single book that I've read just looking and glancing through these pages. Next up, we have book totes. Tote bags are the best invention in the world. I have so many different tote bags from different places, from different people. I have some fun ones that I've gotten from friends before that have a bunch of books on them. I have a lot of book totes that are just from like my favorite bookstores that I've gone to. So like if it'll have like the bookstore title on it. The one I'm currently carrying is from The Novel Neighbor, and it has these fun little pockets on the side. I love this tote bag so incredibly much. And I think tote bags are just so fun. Whenever I go book shopping, I need a tote bag to throw in my books because carrying around more than 5 books around a bookstore, it's just like impossible. Honestly, we need carts. We need carts at bookstores. Barnes, can you please provide some little shopping carts for us? Because me walking around carrying these books, not a good idea. I mean, I guess most people probably wouldn't have more than 5 books in their hands. People probably have more restraint than me, but that's not what we're talking about. You can go to that person's favorite bookstore and get them a cute tote bag. They're usually within like $20 to $30, somewhere in there, depending on the bookstore. Yes, they're a little pricier, but they're so functional and so fun. I literally carry a tote bag every single day. Next up, we have book themed clothes. So for the most part, I've only ever bought like Bookish sweatshirts. I recently, this past year, got a Fourth Wing one that says the War College on it, and then it has the dragons on the back. I love the sweatshirt so much. I wear this all the time. Another one I have, which is more just generic. It's not necessarily from a specific book, but I actually was able to personalize this one. And I will leave links to these down below. I can't remember where I got this one from, but I will try to link it if I can remember or find it. It just says happiest when reading and drinking coffee. Like I got to pick the thread color, so it's like this dark emerald tealish green up here. I got to pick what it said down below. You get the gist. I also got to pick the font, so it's so fun. You're getting to personalize a cute little crew neck sweatshirt like this. These every single day. I love crew necks. Next up, we have book blankets. We're getting into the pricier items now. I personally found this really cute Throne of Glass blanket that I have to have. It's so cute. It's just this large blanket and it shows this image from the books. The image is made up of words and they actually typed up the entire book onto the blanket in like super small print, and then it created this image from the books. I love it. I need to have a blanket like that, but just Bookish blankets, so fun. I love them so much, and this is something that I personally would want. They are on the pricier side. I will say that. If you're willing to spend more, these would be a great gift. Next, we have something that's like a little bit more niche, I will say. Book character Funkopops. I've seen so many cute ones on Etsy. There's also this Fourth Wing, like the 3 dragons from Fourth Wing, where they 3D printed the dragons and made these cute little figurines that I personally have bought and I'm waiting to receive on Etsy. They're so cute and so fun. I think if you have a large bookshelf and you can sprinkle in these little touches like that where it's from the specific book, especially if you love that book, I think it's a great idea. And it's a little bit more personal, so if you know them really well and you know what books they really enjoy, I just think it's a really cute way to show how much you know about them and how much you care about them, because you know that they're passionate about that book, and so you're giving them a cute little character from that book to enjoy. Next up, we have Booknooks. So I got one of these last year, I think, either for Christmas or my birthday. And I built it and I love it so much. They're so cute. They light up. You can get them from a lot of different places. I've gotten mine from Amazon. I will link it down below. However, I will say be very careful about the seller. I've seen that a lot of people in certain sellers have commented saying either the directions were not in English or it didn't come with directions, or it was just a scam overall. So be very careful with which Booknooks you buy. Check their ratings and reviews. Make sure that people actually got what they paid for, because I know that was a big issue with some of the companies I was looking at last year. The only thing I had to go and buy to work on it was Gorilla Glue. It's like a wooden puzzle basically, and they're so cool. And when they're finished, getting to slide that on your bookshelf or in a spot in your room and turn it on, it's like this own little hidden world that you get to enter, and it's so incredibly cute. Make sure that the person you're buying it for, though, actually enjoys doing arts and crafts, because I will say it is a huge project that you will take on and it's going to take you hours to finish, but it turns out so cute and it's well worth it. Signed copies or signed editions of books. Now, you can tell if it's a signed edition if you go to a bookstore, because they'll have like a little signed copy sticker or it'll say signed by the author. So make sure you're paying attention to that. But also sometimes it doesn't say if it's signed by the author. So I've bought a few books in the past where I opened the cover and I saw that the author had signed it, but it didn't have a sticker. I know it's more of a difficult type gift to find and give someone, but I think it's so well worth it. I wish I had more signed copies of the books of, especially by my favorite authors, on my shelf. I'm slowly collecting different signed copies if I can find them, but I just think it's such a fun gift to give someone. Next, kind of along the same lines, is special editions. So I've gotten a lot of different special editions of books, or if they have a sprayed edge, or if just the cover is very artsy and it's brand new. So one special edition that I absolutely love is A Christmas Carol and Other Christmas Writings. I got this really pretty special edition from, I think, Barnes & Noble, but it's a Penguin Classics special edition. And they've done this, I think, to a lot of different classics, where they do this kind of like cloth bound cover, and then it has these different like patterns or designs on it. Very pretty. I'm using this right now for Christmas decor and I absolutely love this. Other things, like I said, sprayed edges. So like I have my copy of Fourth Wing with the sprayed edges. I love sprayed edges. I used to not care about sprayed edges, but especially this past year when I've started to see it become more and more common, I'm now like going out of my way to find sprayed edges. I'm also going on Amazon. Amazon has sprayed edges, so I've gone on there as well, and you can find books with sprayed edges. You can pre-order them. I've been doing that like crazy, especially if it's a book that I know I'm gonna want to read, if it's by a certain author. I think it's well worth it. It is a little bit pricier than the normal average book, but it is just so nice to have these up on your shelf, and it's so decorative and pretty. Another special edition I got was of Throne of Glass. I got this for Christmas last year and I love it. The Throne of Glass series is my all-time favorite series ever. And my parents got me this really nice one. I think they got from Barnes & Noble, but it's just a really pretty special edition of the book. And I just love looking through it. It's just, I have it in a special place on my dresser because I want all my pretty books to be in like one little area so I can just stare at them all day. And I love this book. Next up, we have a couple like event activity type gifts. So the first one, I've actually seen this as a date night idea for couples, is you take the person to the bookstore, you give them a spending limit, and then you just walk around and you hold the books for them. I've always pictured it where I would have my coffee and I could pass it off to someone, or if I found a book, I can drink from my coffee and give them my book, and I don't even have to worry about holding anything. I can just find the book, give it to whoever is next to me, and then I can keep going about my day. This is why we need carts in bookstores. We need carts, not the little baskets. I want a cart where I can roll it. Just like the Target carts that have the little cup holders, give me a Target cart in Barnes & Noble and I will go ham. I think that's such a fun like little date night idea, but also as a gift idea. If you want it to be more interactive with that person where you can go with them. I know a lot of people like to just give books as a gift, but sometimes it's hard to pick out books for people, especially if you don't know exactly what they like to read. So if you just take them to the bookstore, they can just have that fun experience of picking out books and not having to buy them. Another one is a book advent calendar. I think these are so creative and unique. There's lots of different ones that you can look at. This is way pricier, I will say, because you are buying 12 to 25 books and you are wrapping each of them. So it is a lot of work, but it is really cool and really fun. My parents did an advent calendar last year for me and my brothers. And in my advent calendar, not every day was a book, but I think there were 2 or 3 books that I got to unwrap. And I could tell that they were books just from the way they were wrapped. And those were my favorite days to unwrap those gifts because it was a new book. And I was so excited to see what was going to be under it when I opened it. So I think this is a really unique way, especially if you know your person, they give you a list of books that they want for Christmas. You can literally give them all those books and just wrap them. And then each day it's a new surprise, a new book that they get to open. Next up, we have some more pricey items. These are probably the next few items I'm going to talk about are the most expensive out of everything that I've talked about so far. A new TBR cart. So mine I got, I think, from Target, but I've seen these everywhere. I got mine, it wasn't originally a TBR cart. It was originally like a little coffee bar thing I used in my apartment when I was in college. I converted it to my TBR cart because it's perfect. It's the perfect size for my books. And it has the different levels, different shelves, and it's just so cute and fun. You can decorate it as much as you want, or if you just want to have extra space that's not on your bookshelf where you can store books that you have not read yet, I think it's a great idea. And they can be cheap or they can be expensive. So it just depends on where you're buying from. But I think that's just such a fun gift. Put a few books in it and that can be your gift to someone. Slap a bow on it, and that's like the perfect gift. Next, we have a new bookshelf. I know bookshelves are expensive. I'm well aware, But bookshelves, especially if it's someone you live with or you know they need a bigger bookshelf, I just think that would be such a cool gift to give someone, especially if their bookshelf isn't in their room. You could build and decorate, put all the books on the new bookshelf and like have it sitting out Christmas morning, and they walk in and they see, oh, I have brand new bookshelves, like, and they're just beautiful and glorious. Like this would be a great gift. I know there's some bookshelves that are more expensive. There are also some that are more reasonable. There's the Billy bookcases that I know are really popular from IKEA. Those I think are like $68, $69, $70, somewhere in that price range. I personally want to get some of these and paint them and then put them up. I already have like this whole master plan of what I'm going to do when I have the space for these bookshelves. But I think it would be such a fun idea to just buy someone a new bookshelf, build it for them. You can set a few of their books on there, let them walk in and see it Christmas morning. I think that'd be so special. And last but not least, we have a Kindle or a Nook. So I personally have a Nook. I know not many people have Nooks anymore. I got this when I was in middle school and I loved it. I was a huge Nook book girly. I would use my Nook. I would bring it everywhere with me. And I have, I think, over 500 books digitally on this Nook right now. And I just within the past few years started reading physical copies of books, which are more expensive, sadly. But Kindles, I do think I want to eventually upgrade. My Nook is obviously very old and very beat up. I want to eventually get a Kindle, probably the Paperwhite version or something. I'll try to link those down below. I think that's just such a fun gift idea. It is a little bit pricier because it's going to be up in the hundreds, maybe 200 range, especially if you're going to get them a case and stuff like that. It's very nice, very generous, but it's a great gift. And that is it for my little book lovers gift guide for Christmas. I hope you all enjoyed. Hopefully it gave you some possible bookish gift ideas. and I'm hoping the links help you guys in the price ranges. I put a lot of work into trying to find this stuff because I know it is one of the most stressful things this time of the year, trying to figure out what to get someone, and you're wanting it to be special, and because you know you want to show people that you love and care for them. So hopefully this helped you a little bit and you got some ideas for what to give someone this year. I love you all so much, and I hope you guys have a great Christmas gift buying season. Happy shopping! Bye!